All right, I'm at the point now to where I am ready to start installing piston rings once more. This is going to be on cylinder number 5, and I have decided to file down the top compression ring. It was at 12 thousandths and I filed it down to 15 thousandths. The second compression ring is out of the box at 17 thousandths. The oil rings are about 25 to 30 thousandths. Now, one other thing to note about the Jeep Wrangler connecting rod is that the direction of this does matter. So this has an oil squirt hole on the right side, so if the piston is facing forward this way, it's going to be facing towards the right side. Now I had to verify this information because the thrust side is actually in the service manual. So if I go to page 4629, it says right here in the first paragraph, the right side of the bank is numbered 1, 3, and 5. So the right side is 1, 3, and 5. Then you go to the next page, well, a few pages down, it's page 4718. It shows right here, number 6. The connecting rod squirt hole faces the major thrust side, right side of engine. So I've been able to identify which is right and left. So the right is the thrust. So if you're in the cab, the right side is passenger. So the passenger side is the major thrust. So out of the service manual, I was able to verify which side they're referring to as right. Now, one of the things I wanted to also note is there's other markers on this connecting rod, because on this model, because these are cracked rods, on the forged they're different, but on the cracked connecting rods, there's actually a dot on both sides. So there's only one indicator that shows any kind of separation, and that's the oil squirt hole. So that has to go both sides, so the passenger and the driver's side both face to the right, the major thrust. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and install the piston rings. Now, MOPAR at the service manual page 4723 has their ring orientation, but I decided not to go that route, and I contacted MAHL. Since MAHL, I'm not putting standard MOPAR rings, I'm putting MAHL rings. I asked them on their ring orientation, what do they recommend? And so I have here where each ring is going to go. So the top ring is going to go at 12 o'clock, the second ring is going to go at 6 o'clock, the top oil ring is going to go towards 3 o'clock, the bottom oil ring is going to go to 9 o'clock, and then the expander is going to face down at 7 o'clock. So these are numbered which ring goes where. So again, this way is facing the front of the engine. So I'll go ahead and start with the expander. And the expander on this one, as for most rings I assume, you don't want them to overlap. It'd be right up against each other. And then from what I can find, the tangs have to face upward. So I spent a little bit of time trying to research that. Do I have them downward or an upward? And the final conclusion I came up with is that these go upward. So I'm going to go ahead and start by putting the oil ring on. I'm just going to get it fairly close, which this is going to be, the tangs are going to be separated at 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock. These always tend to move on me, so I'm not. And then I want to make sure that there's no kind of debris on here. The oil expander rings. So this one's going to be the bottom one. So I'm going to try to have it prepped and ready to go on the 9 o'clock position. I'm going to put this right here at 9 o'clock. Okay, that one right above. Well, I guess this is going to be the top ring. It's telling me it doesn't want to go on the bottom. Actually, no. I'm gonna spend a couple of seconds and get this the way it's supposed to be. Come on, baby. Okay, finally got that, the bottom there. Before I put the top oil ring on, I just want to make sure I can find the expander, make sure it's not overlapping ahead of time. Okay, and I clearly can't see. Okay, that looks okay. Then the next oil ring goes on. I'm gonna try to get that in position to be on 3 o'clock. Okay, make sure it moves around freely so it's not binding. So that looks good. So the expander is facing upward at 5, top oil rings at 3 o'clock, and second oil ring is again at 9 o'clock. Now the next one, at least for MAHL rings, the M logo, this is the number 2 because it shows it on the box. When you get these pistons out of the box, it shows you top and bottom. So on this set with MAHL, this one's going on the second, and the M logo is facing upward. Okay, so that's at the 2 o'clock position. And this one, I've checked every direction. There's no chamfer, there's no identifier, there's no marks, there's no scribe, there's nothing. So this doesn't have a direction. But some piston rings do, and you have to get that right. Especially if there's a chamfer on it. This one just doesn't have one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the expander tool. Rotate that over. All right, so that's the piston rings. Now I'm going to go ahead and install the bearings while I'm all at it. Actually, that's going to be the next video. So this is how the piston ring should look, and this is going to be for, this is piston number 5.